I'm going to start number 60 again. I ran out of time on that last video. So if you look at the picture, this one becomes real easy. It looks real complicated, but the pole AB from A to B is 16 meters. Well, it tells you that from the red dot, the top where the wires are tied, to B is 5, so that means that distance would have to be 11. And what you have, since that's 11, and this is marked as 5, that's the distance the wires are tied from the point where it's tied. That distance is 5. All you have to do is find the hypotenuse of that triangle, and that'll give you the length of the wire. So 5 squared plus 11 squared is 25 plus 121, and that's going to equal our wire, which I'll call C squared. So that's 146 equals C squared, therefore C equals root 146. But that's just one of the wires, and you can see by looking at the picture, and it tells you also there are 4 wires. So our answer is going to be that times 4. And then it says there's an extra 2 meters needed for the tying. So we just multiply root 146 times 4 for the 4 wires, and then add 2 more onto that answer. So let me double check that one. I'll go to the calculator and do square root of 146 times 4 wires plus 2, and we want to go with 3 sig figs. So the answer is 50.3. And like good students, we will not forget our units. Meters, yay! And finally, my friends, it brings us to the last one. So let me erase again, get that junk out of here. Just want to have plenty of room to write over there since we're to the bottom of the page. Alright, square base pyramid, all edges are 10. Determine the length of the diagonal of the base. What's that talking about? This. Just like on those rectangles, everything. That's a right angle. It's at 3 dimensions, so it really doesn't look like a right angle, but it is. So that red diagonal is going to be 10 squared plus 10 squared equals C squared. So we have 100 plus 100, which is 200, equals C squared. Therefore, the length of the diagonal of the base is going to be the square root of 200 equals C. And since my calculator is handy, I will punch that in and get 14.1 centimeters. Alright, last but not least, the height of the pyramid. Well, what do I know? I'm looking for AB. That's the height of the pyramid. I know what I just found was 14.1. That's that red line. But where it meets it, let me erase the one that's there and kind of start over. On the base, we want to go from B to the corner. Well, that's exactly half of our last answer. So you can, if you don't want to lose any accuracy, we'll go back to root 200. So that's root 200 over 2, because we just took half of our last answer. Our last answer was all the way across, so that's half of that. And we know the edge of the pyramid is 10, and we're looking for the height. It's straight up and down from A to B, which I'll call H. Now this right triangle, this red one, is the one we're using, and we're looking for the height, which is not the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is 10. So we're going to go root 200 over 2, that's that bottom edge, squared, plus H squared, which is the height of the pyramid, equals 10 squared, which is our hypotenuse. And the rest is just some pretty simple calculation. Remember, when you square the square root, it becomes 200, but you also have to square the 2 on the bottom. So you get 200 over 4 plus H squared equals 10 squared, which is 100. 200 over 4 is 50. 50 plus H squared equals 100. Subtract 50 from both sides. H squared equals 50. Therefore, H is the square root of 50. which is about, let's see if I can do that in my head. I can. It's 7.07. 7.07, and centimeters are units. And those are all of the examples we did in class in preparation for our test on Friday. So good luck with those. I hope you understand them. Remember, also, we'll have radicals on the test. So the test has really two main topics. One is radicals, simplifying, addition, multiplication, rationalization, using conjugates, all that stuff we did on Wednesday at the board, plus problems like you saw on these two videos. All right, good luck. All done.